So my name is Geanna Bray. I am the Vice Chair of our Resident Services Committee. I'm a member of the Southern Housing Board, and I'm also the board member who is responsible for complaints. So basically the Housing Ombudsman Service, they have a complaints handling code, and that tells landlords how they have to deal with complaints. So part of that requirement that's specified in that code is that every landlord has to have a board member who's responsible for complaints, or they're sometimes called the MRC. And since that role was introduced in April 2024, I've held that position. Yeah, so my role is important, and my role is in place to make sure that we're delivering a complaint service that really meets the needs and requirements of our residents and also the Housing Ombudsman complaint code. So some of the key things that I do are to provide assurance to the board that we scrutinise the annual self-assessment, which is against the complaint handling code. And I, alongside our Director of Customer Experience, we review all of the evidence to make sure that we are compliant against the code, and any areas which we need to strengthen or make improvements, that those are documented and shared with residents. Our Residents Complaints Panel also has an important role here, and I attend those meetings, and they also scrutinise the annual self-assessment, and they provide challenge to Southern Housing, and also they make recommendations for improvement and the timescales as well within which they would expect those to be implemented. I will also review the complaints performance information with the Director of Customer Experience, and this will include the volume of complaints, what they're about, what sort of categories, what the findings are of complaint investigations, and also the determinations which are made by the Ombudsman. I also recognise the many improvements which Southern Housing have made over the last year in particular. I recognise that repairs is an area where we actually receive most complaints, and we are on an improvement journey to make improvements to our repair service. I also review the best practice learnings from the Ombudsman Service and other organisations which come through, and make sure that Southern Housing are taking those on board and are continuously improving. And also my role is to very much promote a culture where the employers of Southern Housing feel empowered to support complaint handling, and importantly work together and communicate well, and make sure that they put things right when they go wrong as quickly as they possibly can. So I think most importantly, I want to make sure that residents are very much at the heart of what we do. I think it's really important that residents feel safe and empowered to tell us what went wrong, and that any change to improve residents' experiences of the service that they receive is being driven by them. So finally, I'd say if you would like to know more about my role as the member responsible for complaints and my responsibilities, then please do click on the link below. Thank you so much.